what's up, everyone? It's Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We got best bets for NBA game number 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics on Thursday, May 25th, 2023. We have NBA player props, spreads, over-unders, money lines here for you today. We're going to have 3 picks that are great value bets for this Thursday NBA slate. As always, we'd like to thank all of you for your continued support here on the channel. If you're new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are still on the road to 7,000 subscribers. You guys have been absolutely killing it. I just want to thank you all for your continued support here on the channel. You guys absolutely rock, and obviously wouldn't be able to do this stuff without you. So appreciate you guys as always. Hoping for a great Game 5 here, guys. Honestly, I hope that the Celtics extend the series. Hope. I use the word hope, not pick. I hope the Celtics extend the series. If I had a leaning for this game as far as on the spread, I would lean with the Miami Heat +8 rather. I just think they have that dog in them, and I think this would be a close game, honestly, even on the road. I think the Heat are going to end up winning this series one way or another, whether it's in Game 5 or Game 6. I'm not making an official pick on that. I had someone in the chat and in the comments tell me, yo, bro, why are you picking the Celtics? By the way, the Celtics won anyway. I didn't pick the Celtics. I picked 2 player props in a same game parlay like I usually do. Yeah, I haven't been confident enough to roll with spreads lately. I would be very close to actually taking the Heat, though. I do actually kind of like that. But we'll see what happens. Be sure to drop your favorite pick, guys, down below in the comment section. Let me know what you're playing. Would love to hear what you guys are playing down in the comment section. If you'd like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. And we will include your pick in the video if it hits. Now, results here from game number 4. We actually had a really productive game 4. Made about 1.4 units. We went 2-1, but we cashed a +150 same game parlay, which was great. Jaylen Brown clutched up at the end, got that 4th rebound. Love to see that. Then we cashed Caleb Martin over 11.5 points, easy once again. Caleb Martin's just crushing it in the series. And then we missed on Jason Tatum under 30.5 points. I actually stand by that pick. The dude had 8 at the half, and then just completely went on a streak where he just couldn't miss. He was getting all sorts of bounces and everything. I saw the shot. Granted, he was already over when this happened, but there was a shot he made at the end of the game. It hit every part of the rim and went in. I'm like, when the guy's on, he just doesn't miss, and that'll happen. He could be a very streaky shooter, but I still like the play. I'm not going to run it back because I don't feel like fading him again, but I honestly don't think it's bad. His point line's at 30.5. I would lean him going under, but I'm not going to take him this time. But 2-1, productive day. Didn't have any comment cappers I saw in the chat. But we're going to get back after it today, guys. Let's get this 3-0. So we've got 2 player props and the same game parlay for you. Let's get right into it today. At number 1, we're going right back to our boy, Caleb Martin, over 12.5 points here for the Miami Heat. +100 odds here on MGM. So yeah, guys, we're going for the 3-peat here on Caleb Martin. He's hit cash the last 2 games for us. You guys know sometimes we like the wagon ride. It has worked out for us wonderfully in the playoffs. We were 7 out of 7 on Aaron Gordon before his first loss to a line. So we were 7-1 on Aaron Gordon riding the wagon. Same thing with Marcus Smart. We were 5-0 on Marcus Smart with 5 straight picks. So nothing wrong with riding the wagon, guys. We're going to do that here with Caleb Martin. He's 4 for 4 in this series to this line, averaging 11.8 shots per game. I've talked about this before. As the series has gone on, he's been playing more and more minutes. Really taking away Kevin Love's minutes. Minute logs for him have been 30, 32, 35, and 35 the last 2 games. So, obviously, I love the volume that he's starting to get, the minutes. He's shooting the ball so good. I mean, he's 12 out of 26 from 3 in this series. We've talked about it each day we've taken him, and he's continuing to shoot the ball great. Very high percentage from 3, which anytime you have a point line that low, that's what you like to see. Now, he did only shoot the ball 9 times. Wasn't really that aggressive in the second half last game. So, yeah, obviously that'd be a little bit of a concern, but I do think he bounces back. I think he could have had a lot more points there in game number 4. But obviously he cashed us at halftime last time. Just kind of shows you how on he's been, though. The fact that he could cash this line in 1 half, he's just coming in and he's instant offense, which I love to see that. You got a lot of players on the Heat that have been playing well this series. I mean, Gabe Vincent, you guys know about him now. Obviously, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, you got to worry about. We've talked about this in previous videos once again. So, it's not like they could completely sell out on Caleb Martin, obviously. I mean, Jimmy Butler's, he's top of the depth chart. And then you still got to deal with Bam Adebayo, who honestly, in the first few games of the series, really dominated the matchup inside. So, I think Adebayo might also get back on track in this game, and that might free up Martin a little bit more even. But I love the idea of him getting some plus matchups and being able to take advantage and hopefully get some open looks from the perimeter as well. So love it here for the 3P on Caleb Martin, guys. For our number one pick, we're going Caleb Martin over 12.5 points here for the Miami Heat, plus 100 odds here on MGM. All right, and at number two, we're going... This is a really discounted line, guys. We're going Malcolm Brogdon over 9.5 points, minus 111 odds on FanDuel. So I love this play, guys, for a multitude of reasons. But let me first start by saying, yes, it's a discounted line. And you guys probably say, well, that's because, Steve, that's because his minutes are reduced. Well, last couple games, you're right. His minutes have been reduced, but they've adjusted for that, right? So no matter what happens, you're still getting a decent play because they've adjusted to his minutes. Now, there's potential that I see him playing more than 18 to 20 minutes. In games 1, he played more like 36. In game 1, he had the best plus-minus on the court for the Celtics at plus 10, rather in game number 2. In game number 1, he had the second best plus-minus, actually at, I believe it was 0. I didn't actually write down what it was, but it was second best. It's either 0 or 3 now off the top. But the point is Malcolm Brogdon in the first couple of games at home in this series was terrific. He scored 13 and 19 points. And really, like I said, he had one of the better plus-minuses on the team. So I expect him to get back to playing at least mid-20s in minutes. And if he does that, I expect him to go over for sure. This is a very disrespectful line to him. He's 13 out of 17 to the over in the playoffs, 7 out of 9 at home. Like I said, games 1 and 2, 13 and 19 points. So I do see him. He should get more minutes coming back home. The issue's been for Malcolm Brogdon. He's been shooting so bad. He really hasn't been playing good when he's been on the court. But he was 1 for 11 on shots in games 3 and 4 in Miami. So that's part of the reason I think why his minutes got reduced. You know, obviously you're going to ride the hot hand in this series, and expect the coach of the Celtics to do that. But I think Brogdon will get back on track and kind of force him to leave him on the court a little bit more. Because Brogdon, when he's on, he's very efficient, and he adds a lot to the team. There's no reason they're not going to want to have him out there. Obviously, he was off, though, so he wasn't playing the minutes. Derek White gobbled up more of the minutes. Tatum and Brown obviously played more. There was a blowout in Game 3, so that doesn't compensate for the minutes either. But obviously, you know, he's 7 out of 9 also to this line at home in the playoffs. So for the value we're getting, you know, his line is normally 13.5 to 14.5, getting a huge discount. Just remember something, though. This line is discounted to the appropriate minutes already. So if you guys say it's only going to play 18 to 20 minutes, okay. But you can still cash this at that, even if it's just 18 to 20 minutes. But we're saying that, hey, there's potential for him to play more. Because obviously he did that in the home games of the series, and he was one of the best performers on the Celtics in the early part of this series. So expect Brogdon to get back on track. Love it there for our number 2 pick. We're going Malcolm Brogdon over 9.5 points here for the Boston Celtics, minus 111 odds here on FanDuel. All right, guys, it is same game parlay time. I absolutely love this. We've been, overall, when you consider how many units we've made off of these have been going really well. And hopefully we can keep that energy going. We got plus 172 today, so I'm putting a full unit on this. If you guys didn't know, my unit size is $30. So hopefully, you know, we can cash another one of these in. This will be 1.7 units about. We got Jaylen Brown once again to record 4 rebounds. Honestly, guys, I think Brown will even have more than that. I don't mind him to get 6 or 7 rebounds, honestly. I really think that's what's going to happen. Anytime a guy kind of underperforms expectations, there's a good chance he'll bounce back in that regard in the following game. So especially coming back home, I think there's a good chance he'll do it. He's done so 13 out of 17 games in the playoffs, 17 of his last 17 games versus the Miami Heat in the playoffs. So that's obviously very good. Jaylen Brown, 2+ assists. This is just auto. He's done this in all 17 games in the playoffs. Jimmy Butler, over 4.5 rebounds, 12 out of 14 games in the playoffs. He's actually been getting on the boards really good in this series. He's a perfect 4 for 4 so far in this series. We got Al Horford, 2+ assists, 15 out of 17 games in the playoffs. I loved what I saw from Al Horford last game. Just was much more like himself. Dished out 4 assists, hit a bunch of threes, scored 12 points, get 7 rebounds. I think he hit his overs across the board. I believe it was over-under for rebounds 5.5, assists was 2.5, and points was 6.5, and I think he hit all 3. So love what I'm seeing from him. I think coming back home, I think we should see more good things from Al Horford. Then we got Jason Tatum, 8+ rebounds. He's done this in 14 out of 17 games in the playoffs. Obviously, he's been doing that a lot in this series. Did miss it, actually, in Game 1 with 7, but I think he gets 8 here That's pretty auto for him in these playoffs. So love it there, guys, for our same game parlay. That is our official number 3 pick, putting a full unit on it to make 1.7 units. Appreciate you guys. You guys absolutely rock. This is so much fun doing this stuff. I really do appreciate you guys. I don't know if I say it enough. You guys rock. You guys are the reason why I get up and do this. So hopefully, we can have some winners for you. Obviously, we want to have another good day. Like I said, last episode was good. We were kind of breaking out of a little mini funk that we had. We had a little 2-game stretch where we went 1-6. So bounce back with a winning day and a plus 150 parlay, which, anytime we get winning days, guys, you just got to celebrate them. Just, hope that we get a sweep. Obviously, a sweep makes the crowd a lot of money. If you don't get a sweep, you don't feel like you're making a ton. But I think here, guys, we'll have a great shot at it. I love it. I love the stuff that we have it on tap here for you today. So I appreciate you guys. If you guys are ever interested in any type of merchandise, we sell shirts at straightfirepicks.com. Also with mugs, stuff like that. If you guys are interested in becoming a channel member and supporting the channel in that way, it's just $3.99 per month. You do get access to our picks early, which could be very beneficial for you, depending on how you bet and where you bet. You can get better lines and stuff like that. I usually release those picks a few hours ahead of the video, like I did today. And it's also a great way to support the channel as well. Appreciate you guys as always. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you all next time. Peace out.